welcome in a minute, but I want to begin by just sitting quietly and listening to some really beautiful music played by some of our Rectory musicians. So welcome to Clark Chapel at Conference School. Take a minute to look around. Hopefully you've been doing that as you've been sitting here. Enjoy some of the beautiful details of this historic building. When we look around in stores right now, we all know that the holidays are here. It's very, very obvious, right? We see decorations on people's homes, in stores, on television, social media. We see lots of symbols and celebrations connected to two major holidays in particular this month, and that is Hanukkah and Christmas. So some of you, this is the first time coming to our holiday chapel, so I'm going to do a little explanation so we can all kind of know why we do this, why this is a little different. So this holiday chapel is a chance to hear about the stories and history behind these two religious holidays. To take it a step beyond some of that commercialism that we all see around us. And so even if you do not believe in the spiritual aspects of Hanukkah or Christmas, we hope that in the telling of these stories, you will still hear the many themes that are prevalent here. Themes of hope, miracles, light overcoming darkness, and faith. And that maybe you might find some connection to your own life. So what is this? You'll see on the cover of the program, it says Holiday Chapel, a service of lessons and carols. So that might be something new to most of you. So lessons and carols, it's a tradition at Rectory for over 50 years, but it is based on a tradition that began back in 1918 in England. And it has been a way for many people to celebrate this time of year all around the world. So this format that we're using today is being used in churches around the world, particularly in England. Traditionally at Rectory, we have had each of the lessons, each of the readings, read by someone in a different grade level. So what you're going to see today is the first reading will be a fourth grader, or we'll have a Hanukkah reading, and then we have a fourth grader, fifth grader, all the way up through a ninth grade, faculty, and our head of school. In between each part of the story, you will hear music. Some of the music will be performed by the Rectory School Chorus, and other pieces of music are meant to be sung by all of you. So in your program, if the music is written in red, it's something that the chorus is going to perform. If it is written in dark green, it is a hymn, which means sing along. And so there's an insert with all four hymns that we're going to be singing today. At the end of each lesson, there is also a question for reflection. So I've asked all of our readers to say what that question is, and we're going to take a moment of silence for you to think about that question and how maybe this reading applies to something in your life. So we hope you enjoy this holiday chapel, a service of lessons and carols. as we always do, we are going to have the lighting of our peace candle, done a little differently today with a lighter. And as our musicians set up, I will just comment on this moment for a minute, because one of the things we hear a lot at the holidays is the word peace, okay? I encourage you all to think about that word. Sometimes when we say things so often, we forget that it means something, okay? Merry Christmas, joy and peace, happy holidays. We sometimes forget what all those words mean because we say them so often. So I want you to think of that word peace. And I want you to think about peace in your life, because for us to have anything more peaceful in this world, it has to begin with us as individuals, okay? So as we light the candle, as we listen to the music, I want you to focus on that word peace and what that might mean in your life.
of lights commemorating the rededication of the Holy Temple and the miracle that occurred there long ago. The Maccabees fought their enemies to keep their temple pure and to worship as they wished. They defeated their enemies, but the holy oil needed to light the menorah had been contaminated. There was only enough oil for one day, but, miraculously, the oil lasted for 8 days. The Maccabees decreed that those 8 days must be kept forever as a joyous festival in memory of the dedication of the temple. Since that time, for more than 2,000 years, these days have been celebrated in every Jewish home as days of rededication, or Hanukkah, by lighting the menorah. On each of the 8 nights of Hanukkah, candles are lit, one the first night, 2 the second, adding one candle each subsequent night. One candle, called the shamash, is used to light the others. The first candle for the first night is placed on the far right side of the menorah. Starting on the second night, the candles are lit from left to right.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu ha'likner sher Hanukkah.
this is the first of our group sing-alongs. So why don't we have you stand when you sing? And we are pleased to have Mr. Dennis Patton, our organist today. So enjoy singing with a big full organ.
Hear all Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, with all your strength. These commandments are to be on your hearts. Question for reflection. How do you show love to people in your life?
There shall come forth a shoot from the stump of Jesse, and a branch from his roots shall bear fruit. And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and the fear of the Lord. And in his delight shall be in the fear of the Lord. He shall not judge by what his eyes see, or decide disputes by what his ears hear. But with righteousness he shall judge the poor, and decide with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall strike the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips he shall kill the wicked. Righteousness shall be the belt of his waist, and faithfulness the belt of his loins. The wolf shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the young goat, and the calf and the lion and the fattened calf together, and a little child shall lead them. The cow and the bear shall graze, their young shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox. The nursing child shall play over the hole of the cobra, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the adder's den. They shall not hurt or destroy on my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. Question for reflection. Can you think of a leader in your life who is wise and kind? The people who walked in darkness have seen great light. Those who dwelt in a land of deep darkness, on them light has shone. Have you multiplied the nation? You've increased its joy. They rejoice before you as with joy at the harvest, as they are glad when they divide the spoil. For the yoke of his burden and the staff for his shoulder, the road of his oppressor, you have broken as the day of Midian. For every boot of the tramping warrior in battle tumult, and every garment rolled in blood will be burned as fuel for the fire. For us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and people and peace there will be no end. On the throne of David and over his kingdom, to establish it and to uphold it with justice and righteousness from this time forth and forevermore. Question for reflection. Are there places of darkness in your life or in this world? Where can you shine your light for peace?
In the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from the God to the city of Galilee, named Nazareth, to a virgin betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David, and the virgin's name was Mary. And he came to her and said, "Greetings, O favored one, the Lord is with you." But she was greatly troubled at the saying, and tried to discern what sort of the greeting this might be. And the angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God. And behold, you will conceive in your womb and bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of the Most High. And the Lord God will give to him the throne of his father David, and he will reign over the house of Jacob forever. And of his kingdom there will be no end." And Mary said to the angel, "How will this be, since I am a virgin?" And the angel answered her, "The Holy Spirit will come upon you, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you. Therefore the child will be called Holy, the Son of God." Question for reflection. Can you think of a time when you were afraid that you couldn't do something that was asked of you? Did someone give you the confidence to trust that you could?
decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. This was the first registration under the governor in Syria, and all went to be registered, each to his own town, and Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the town of Nazareth to Judea, to the city of David,
which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be registered with Mary, his wife, who was with child. And while they were there, the time came for her to give birth. And she gave birth to her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn. Question for reflection. Have you ever felt displaced from your home?
Can you think of a time when someone welcomed you into their home?
And in the same regions there were shepherds out in the field keeping watch over the flock by night, and an angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they filled with great fear. And the angel said to them, "Fear not, for behold, I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all people. For until you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, who is Christ the Lord. And this will be a sign for you. You will find a baby wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger." And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly hosts praising God and saying, "Glory to the God in the highest, and on the earth peace among those whom he is pleased." When the angels went away from them into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, "Let us go over Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has made known to us." And they went with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the baby lying in a manger. And when they saw it, they made known the saying that has been told them concerning the child. And all who heard it wondered at what the shepherds told them. But Mary treasured up all these things, pondering them in her heart. And the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all they had heard and seen, as it had been told to them. Question for reflection. Think of a time when you received great news that brought you joy. Thank you.
Now after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, "Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him." When Herod the king heard this, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And assembling all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Christ was to be born. They told him, "In Bethlehem of Judea, for so it is written by the prophet, 'And you, O Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. For from you shall come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel.'" Then Herod summoned the wise men secretly and ascertained from them what time the star had appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "Go and search diligently for the child. And when you have found him, bring me word, and I too may come and worship him." After listening to the king, they went on their way. And behold, the star that they had seen when it rose went before them until it came to rest over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced exceedingly with great joy. And going into the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him. Then opening their treasures, they offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And being warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they departed to their own country by another way. What kind of gift have you received that may not have cost a lot of money, but was meaningful to you and made you feel loved?
The reading from the Gospel of John. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of all people. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. He came as a witness, to bear witness to the light, that all might believe through him. He was not the light, but came bear to witness about the light. The true light, which gives light to everyone, was coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made through him. Yet the world did not know him. He came to his own, and his own people did not receive him. But to all who did receive him, who believed in his name, he gave the right to become the children of God, who were born not of blood, nor of the will of flesh, nor of human will, but of God's will. And the Word became flesh and dwelled among us, and we have seen its glory. Glory as the only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth. In what ways are you living a life of truth?
today inspired by music, stories, and prayer. May our lives be ones of action and kindness, sustained by love and uplifted by that holy and mysterious force binding us together. May those who are suffering from hunger, homelessness, war, violence, and anxiety know the power of that sacred force and spirit embracing us. May we depart in peace, celebrating the joy of the season and being ever so mindful of our precious blessings.